Former President Donald Trump was forced to do a little bit of cleanup this week after causing a bit of a stir with some of his comments about entitlement reform. On Monday, Trump was on CNBC's Squawk Box and he said, quote, "There is a lot you can do in terms of entitlements, in terms of cutting." Now, without missing a beat, President Biden's campaign quickly pounced on this and accused Trump and Republicans of wanting to slash benefits for retirees. A Trump campaign spokesperson quickly clarified that Trump was merely talking about cutting waste and not about cutting benefits for seniors on Medicare or Social Security. Trump himself addressed this in an interview with Breitbart from Mar-a-Lago that got published Thursday. We should note that President Biden himself has a little bit of a history of talking about reforming those programs as well at times throughout his career, including in the 1990s, where he was musing about raising the retirement age a little bit or reducing the cost of living adjustment to keep these programs solvent. Trump himself has also given somewhat mixed signals on what he wants to do with entitlements. Last year, he was pretty emphatic. He said that Republicans shouldn't cut a single penny to either of those two programs. But then if you go back a couple of years, when Trump was in the White House, at one point he suggested that entitlement reform would be a second-term project. This is, of course, something that a lot of fiscal hawks want to address because both Medicare and Social Security are going bankrupt. And over the long term, they're considered to be one of the key drivers of fiscal deficits. But the politics here, of course, are very tricky. Even though the two major trust funds in Social Security and Medicare are careening towards bankruptcy within the next decade, the politics of addressing that are really hard because it is widely going to be perceived as either raising taxes, payroll taxes, or paring back benefits a little bit, and would make a politician pretty susceptible to an attack ad accusing them of wanting to slash benefits. So the politics here are really tricky. We expect to see a lot more attacks on Social Security and Medicare throughout the campaign cycle going forward.